The devil's in the details, right? Well, the details were not very good today. Caps lose 7-3 to the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey. A costly loss, a missed opportunity for the Washington Capitals on a night where pretty much every team that is currently in that Eastern Conference playoff race also lost. They could have made up ground. They could have made up 2 points. Instead, they stay right where they are. So frustrating. Let's get into it, babes. So, first period, okay? The game did not start well for the Washington Capitals as 2 New Jersey Devils goals. First by Cody Glass and then by Dawson Mercer. That has got the Devils, who are well below the Washington Capitals in the standings right now, at least well below in terms of where we are at in the season. They are out of the playoff picture entirely, are the New Jersey Devils, and yet they take a 2-0 lead here just 7 minutes and 37 seconds into this game. But the Caps come right back just 38 seconds later, thanks to sensational rookie defenseman Cole Hutson. He is sprung on a breakaway thanks to, first, the great play, the great pass through the neutral zone by Tom Wilson. That sends in Cole Hutson along with Hendrix Lapierre. And Hendrix Lapierre here, he makes the smart play, just giving this puck to Cole Hutson, just letting him take it. As everyone can see that the kid has got mad skills, Cole Hutson does. And so Hendrix Lapierre says, hey, you know what? I've got 4 goals on the season so far. You take this one, buddy. You head in on this breakaway, and Cole Hutson does, and he makes a beautiful shot here, wires it past Devils netminder Jake Allen, and that is, folks, Cole Hutson's second NHL goal already in just his 8th game played in the National Hockey League. Outstanding young defenseman here for the Washington Capitals. This kid is going to be something special for so many years to come. I will be placing a bet on him for the Calder Trophy next season. That is for sure. Yeah, second goal here in just his 8th game played. He's got 6 points already in 8 games played in the National Hockey League. Just an unbelievable start to his NHL career. And this goal here cuts the Caps up, but it does cut the Devils' lead here from 2-0 to 2-1. Hendrix Lapierre, obviously, on the primary assist with the handoff there to Cole Hutson for the breakaway, and Tom Wilson as well on the secondary assist. And like I said, this goal here for the Caps comes just 38 seconds after the Devils had just scored to make it 2-0. So a great bounce back goal there by the Caps at even strength. And then they continue putting the pressure on the New Jersey Devils, and they get rewarded for it shortly after having, like I said, just scored at even strength to cut the Devils' lead to 2-1. The Caps, they now get rewarded with a power play. And ever since Cole Hutson got here, the power play can score, baby, and it scores again right here. First, Ryan Leonard playing the point on the power play now. Love that. He holds a puck inside of the offensive blue line there for the Caps, makes a nice move, gets the shot on net with Pierre-Luc Dubois in front, and Pierre-Luc Dubois, look at this net front battle here, wins the battle in front, gets the rebound, and gets it past Jake Allen, and we are all tied up 2-2. So Ryan Leonard, another rookie, right? On the primary assist here, he has been racking up points here recently. The latter half of this season for the Washington Capitals, it actually started, if we're being honest, it did start in the first half of the season. It's just he had that nasty injury that kind of broke up his season, right? Missed about a month with that injury mid-season. So he got hot before getting injured, and he is hot again now. Like I said, just racking up points here is the rookie Ryan Leonard for the Washington Capitals. He is on the primary assist on this one, and then Jacob Chychrun as well on the secondary assist. The power play goal from this suddenly hot Washington Capitals power play operating at nearly 33% ever since Cole Hutson signed his entry-level deal and joined this team, right? So that is just a ridiculous turnaround for this Washington Capitals power play, and you can see why, right? Cole Hutson has just brought so much swag offensively to this power play, and it has permeated everyone on both units. It doesn't even matter right now if Cole Hutson is even actually on the ice. Everyone out there on either unit just has so much more swagger. Like I said, they were playing with so much more confidence right now. It really has permeated the entire group. And so, yeah, Ryan Leonard, primary assist, Jacob Chychrun, secondary assist. And so in the span of like a minute and a half, the Caps, they go from being down 2-0 to now tied 2-2. Unfortunately, though, the offense, they scored enough goals again here tonight to win a game in the National Hockey League. 3 goals should be enough, right? The offense did enough, but the defense, the entire team defense, okay, I'm not just talking about the 6 defensemen and the goaltender, especially not the goaltender. No Logan Thompson slander here, that is for sure. But the entire team defense in front of Logan Thompson just really let them down tonight. They give up another goal here to Dougie Hamilton, this time with less than 2 minutes left in the first period. And so that puts the Devils back up 3-2 now, and that is how the first period would end. Second period, Jack Hughes, 4-2. Third period, Jack Hughes again, 5-2. Tom Wilson with the quick response gets one back just a little over a minute later. That cuts the Devils' lead to 5-3. Tom Wilson's 28th goal of this season already, by the way, assisted by Rasmus Sandin on the primary assist and by Pierre-Luc Dubois on the secondary assist. But the Devils, they regain the 3-goal lead on the power play just a few minutes later. Jesper Bratt, that makes it 6-3. And then Dawson Mercer adds an empty net goal just for good measure. That makes it 7-3 for the New Jersey Devils. And unfortunately, babes, that would be your final score. So the Washington Capitals lose 7-3 in New Jersey. And you might look at this game and look at the box score and be like, oh, you know what? Like the Caps, they outshot the New Jersey Devils, albeit slightly by the thinnest of margins. 32-30 were the final shots on goal totals in favor of the Caps. So you look at the box score and you might be thinking to yourself, like, all right, like the Caps outshot the Devils. So what happened here? How did they lose this game 7-3? Was it Logan Thompson's fault? Short answer, no. Yes, Logan Thompson did not have his best game tonight. I will concede that. But when you look at the quality of the chances that the Washington Capitals were giving up tonight, I mean, my God, they hung this guy absolutely out to dry. A guy who, by the way, has been phenomenal for them all season long. He had also started, I believe it was 14 of the Washington Capitals' last 15 games coming into this one. So yeah, he might be just a little bit tired as well, more like exhausted probably, as he also, of course, went overseas to the Olympics as well, right? Practicing and playing over there and all of that travel as well. He didn't get any break the way that so many guys around the league did. And yeah, when you have 14 starts in the last 15 games or 15 starts in the last 16 games for your team now, yeah, he's going to be a little bit tired, which is why I really didn't understand personally why when you went down by 3 goals in the third period of this game, it was pretty likely. It was pretty much written in stone at that point, unless you're a supreme optimist. It was pretty much written in stone at that point that you were not realistically anyway going to be coming back in this game. Why at that point, going down by 3 goals in the third period, do you not give this guy a break? I know, and I understand that we need to win basically every game right now. I get that, okay? But realistically, it is hockey. You are not going to win every single game. And perhaps if in situations like this where you have the chance to give the guy a little bit of a rest, a little bit of a breather, that perhaps might set you up with a better chance to go out and win the next game. The guy is gassed, and oh yeah, we have got a back-to-back coming up this weekend with the high-flying, high-scoring Buffalo Sabres coming into town. It just made no sense to me to not let this guy take a seat for at least part of the third period. Anyways, babes, rant over. Okay, there's not much more anyway, to be said about this game. And yeah, like I said, the Caps, they do have a busy weekend upcoming with that back-to-back. They first get the Buffalo Sabres, and then it is the New York Rangers in New York at Madison Square Garden on the second half of the back-to-back. So a couple of huge games coming up here this weekend for the Caps. 4 absolutely massive points in the standings are at stake. I would assume that Logan Thompson will only be playing one of those games and Charlie Lindgren will get the other. Charlie Lindgren has historically been very good against the New York Rangers, so maybe you start him there in the second half of the back-to-back at MSG. So we'll see how it all plays out. I don't know what they're going to do in terms of the back-to-back with this goaltending. I don't know, like, do you concede the game to the Sabres and play Lindgren in that one and then play LT, trying to ensure that you get the win against the Rangers on Sunday? I don't think that they can afford to do that. I think that they need to try and win both. That's why I'm saying, even though he is gassed, you probably do start LT again against the high-flying Sabres. Like I said, that's going to pose a significant challenge, especially if they are going to play defensively the way that they did in New Jersey tonight. So we hope that this is an anomaly here, right? And for the large part, I think we could call it an anomaly, at least in terms of recent weeks. The Caps, they had been playing much, much better defense in recent weeks. So this is a bit of an anomaly here right now in this kind of segment of the season here. So we will hope, cross our fingers and hope, because they don't have a choice, that they can get back to playing some better defense here, starting with this back-to-back set on the weekend. Like I said, they don't have a choice. They need to do that. They need to cut down on the goals against. They are scoring enough goals to win these games. It's so frustrating because I said this to a friend the other day, but it's like, if you lose a game like that, like we just lost in New Jersey, when you're already comfortably in a playoff spot, it doesn't matter. You don't really care, right? Like, shit happens throughout the course of an 82-game season. You have some off nights defensively. It's okay normally, right? But when you're in the situation that the Caps are in, where they need literally every point in the standings that they can possibly get, you just can't afford to have a night like that. And so we'll hope to get some results again on the out-of-town scoreboard that kind of keep hope alive here, and then see what the Caps can do on the weekend. But yeah, it's going to be tough, folks, but we will continue to hold out hope here, fight until the very last day, as the Washington Capitals players themselves said, right? They were going to fight right until game 82, no matter what their chances are. So we will see what they can get done against the Buffalo Sabres coming up first, and then against the New York Rangers on the second half of that back-to-back. They did beat the Sabres the last time that they played them in Buffalo as well, and that was a very good defensive performance by the Washington Capitals. If you remember, a 2-1 win, completely shut down the Buffalo Sabres in that one. So they will need to do something similar here this weekend in order to get the points that they need. So, babes, we will see how it goes. I believe probably with this weekend, with it being a back-to-back set, I might forego the post-game reaction videos in favor of a live stream, as the live streams, even though we've only done a couple of them so far, the live streams have been extremely popular amongst all of you fine folks, and I know that people were asking, when is the next one going to be? So as of right now, that will be the plan. I think we will forego the post-game reaction videos rather than trying to make 2 post-game reaction videos back-to-back on back-to-back nights. We'll probably wait until this back-to-back set is finished with, we know the result, and then we will hop on a live stream to talk about it with all of you folks, right? So that we can get your thoughts and your feelings and your opinions as well on what's going on with this team, whether the result is good or bad after this weekend. So yeah, be on the lookout for that live stream coming up after the back-to-back set. We look forward to that. I have so much fun doing those live streams and getting to interact with all of you in real time, right? That's been a lot of fun. That's been the part about it that I have loved the absolute most. So yeah, really, really looking forward to that. And yeah, as always, babes, thank you all so much for being here. Sorry that we could not get the win tonight, but we will look for better results on the weekend. Cross our fingers, like I said, and just hope for the best, right? So until next time, babes, and as always, baby, let's go Caps.